Welcome back guys, GTS Garage. Only just woken up, so this one is going to be a one-shot wonder like they used to do it in the old days, so it's not going to have any edits. It is going to be rough, but it's just to let you know what's going to happen with the channel. At the moment we are basically, I keep nudging this and I'm seeing this movement out my eye, but I'm going to ignore that completely. Basically, I came back from that ride that you saw, the last one, and overnight there was a petrol smell in the garage, and I was kind of thinking, she won't pass an MOT with a petrol smell because I think there is a petrol leak. So basically I took the tank off, tank's down there, balanced with about 5 or 6 litres of fuel in there. So that moment when you filled the gas tank up and you realise that you've got to take it off, and you're just relying on the fact that if you turn it into the off position, petrol isn't going to pour everywhere when you do it. So that was quite an interesting thing last night, so got that done. So what that has made me realise are two things. A, I'm going to need to build in some kind of easy removal mechanism on the tank cover, because that will become dull if I have to keep doing that for any reason whatsoever. The good news is I found the petrol leak, which is the petrol pump. It could either be the seal, which I don't think it is, or it's a perished hose, and I think that is what it is. I think it's a perished hose, and what I'll do is I'll fill that with fuel and I'll look for the leak, and then I will change. This also gives me a great opportunity to get the wires that come from the spotlights on either side. I can wire those into the crash bars up there, make a nice neat job of it. So it's not all for nothing. That will be then done. I've got the fuel filter and the air filter coming on, I want to say Thursday this week. I may take Friday off. That's going to be done on Thursday. I'm going to see if I can get a early or late appointment on Saturday for an MOT, and then this bike will get bits and pieces done to it, but for what this series is, that will be it finished. I won't keep bringing you back to that. As far as I'm concerned, the bike will just grow organically from that point on, and it will become my daily commute. Don't tell the pan. So what happens next? Well, what happens next is I want to trike. I've always wanted to trike. Well, that's how I always wanted to trike. I've wanted to trike for about the last 4 or 5 years, just purely for the winters. The winters here are just horrible. And there are certain days where I end up walking to work rather than riding, just purely because it's just rubbish. There'll be snow on the ground or whatever. So what I want to do is get a 3-wheel transport that I can use on those days. I'm also going to do a welding series. Now, I have never welded, never ever welded. My welds are going to be crap, but one of the guys that I know, or my brother-in-law, not one of the guys I know, my brother-in-law, has very kindly offered me a MIG welder while I do this, because I'm fairly confident at some point I'm going to need to be able to weld to finish the trike. So I'm going to practice that on from stage 1. So what I'm going to probably do is just a kind of a little welding exercise at the end of each episode, and you lot can give me tips. You lot can show me how shit I am at it, because I will be shit at it, and I will just practice until I get to the position where I am able to finish off that trike. As I said, there will be welding with regards to that trike. So that's going to be the new season. That's going to be the new season. Hark at me, the professional. I mean, the professional video editor. That'll be the new season. No, that will be the next series of it said something else. That'll be the new series of GTS Garage, and that will be the TRIKE Build, and that's probably going to start. To be honest, I think the missus will be glad just to see this one finished. Give it a couple of weeks before I come back in the garage in earnest. Otherwise, I think somebody will be really upset. So it will probably be a couple of weeks, and then I'll get that out. That needs to go to the powder. I mean, it's going to be exactly the same. All the parts are going to be powder coated. It's going to be a proper build. It's not going to be, you know, just bodge it and run. I want to powder coat it. I want it to look nice. I have no idea what style it's going to be in. I doubt it's going to be a rat bike. I may just a little bit closer quality for a rat bike than a rat bike. We'll see how that goes. But the TRIKE is the next, is going to be the next build, and I am going to have to buy a donor bike, which I've been saving my pennies for some time. I believe the frame is designed around a Bandit. I want to say it's other Bandit 600 and 1200 mounting points the same. So it's either a 1200 or a 600 frame. I prefer to put the 1200 in there than the 600. but you know, it's a trike. It probably needs to be a 1200, doesn't it? I don't know. That's it. That's where the research starts. Does it need to be a 1200 because of the additional weight, or am I alright with 600? 600 sounds a bit gutless, doesn't it? Okay, so let's just say I'm going to put a 1200 in there, and I'll alter the mounting points if that needs. So that's the bike. Donor bike, I need a 1200 Bandit. That's going to be expensive. 1200 Bandit, and I need a and I need something to go on the back of it. Right, that's enough waffle because I could be here all day. You take it easy, and I shall see you. Hopefully with an MOT for my rat bike, or my survival bike, should I say. Rat bikes, they evolve. I know it's a very touchy subject with the rat bike community. So it's a survival bike that is going to mature over time into something that I believe will become a rat bike. You take it easy, you ride safe, the weather is gorgeous out there, and I shall see you on the road. Take it easy, ride safe, bye bye.